This
Uh,
conference will now be recorded.
in multiple modules like SD, and I shifted my careers towards BRIM around 2013, and 2013 onwards I am with SAP BRIM. Like earlier it was to call hybrid billing, shifted to BRIM, whatever, either hybrid billing or BRIM, whatever we call. So I am with SAP industry around 15 plus, and I played multiple roles like product owner, architect, like again individual contributors like consulting, all those different roles I played. I'll be going over this demo session today for around 40 minutes around, and let's see what all the things we are going to do and how are we going to cover this whole 40 hours of training. How are we going? What are the content? How exactly this BRIM helps scale up your knowledge? So can you make me as a presenter, Naveen? I think I'm not able to present.
Done.
I see one more guy joining for Naveen Kumar.
Prem Kumar has joined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prem, can you go with your intro, Prem? Hello, Prem, you there?
Yeah. What is that needed?
Can you just go with your brief introduction?
Okay. Myself, Prem Kaur, having 22 years of experience. So I am from Cognizant, and I am a senior manager working with Cognizant actually. So currently, I am doing SAP project management and just interested in knowing SAP BRIM. So that's one of the reason I'm here.
Good to know that, Naveen Kumar. Yeah. So okay, let's go with why BRIM and what we are trying to cover. Again, you guys know that agenda of the today we are going with that introduction, and we will try to cover what are the landscape involved in this training and what type of content we will cover. That's what we are going to discuss today. And so now, again, I know that most of you guys coming from SAP industry, and most of you know actual what is SAP, right? Why we are going with SAP as an ERP system. So you might be like there are too many billing system outside the world, right? So we have Oracle Fusion, where they have their own billing. They also call as a BRIM, and we have various different billing models outside the market, but BRIM stands first. The reason is it's one of the ERP system which covers most of the telco scenarios. When I say telco scenarios, like most of the telecommunication industries uses BRIM for the real-time usage calculation. So now, when we talk about what are the industries, BRIM is the Billing Revenue Innovation Management. What are the industries being used nowadays? Telecommunication, you take it, as I said, Geo is one of the leading telco industry, which in India, where we are using the BRIM, they are using the BRIM landscape, and logistic, retail, utility, media industry, entertainment, everything, like you name it, most of
Not able to hear you. Hello.
Yeah, 1 minute, I'm checking. Vijay, we can't hear you, Vijay. I'll ask him to rejoin 1 minute, okay? Hello, Vijay, could you hear me?
me now. Hello.
Yes, we can hear now.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me? So can you?
Yes.
Something is wrong, but I can't hear. I don't know. Most probably some.
Vijay, we can hear you, but one second,
Oh, you
let me
guys can hear
message.
me, right? Just a minute. Let me log in from that app itself because I logged in from the web by that most probably because of that reason. So give me a minute. I'm
Okay,
just
okay,
logging in.
please. Yeah. Okay.
Just give me a minute, please. Go to,
Yeah,
yeah,
Vijay, you
sorry.
can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry. I think I logged in from the web port most probably because of that reason. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Yeah.
settings. Yeah. So you guys can see my screen, right? PPT presentation. Yeah. So yeah, what I was trying to explain again. Let me start from the start. I know there was some audio issue. So what I was trying to explain is we are going why BRIM, right? The reason is most of the telco industries and logistic, retail, media, what entertainment, anything you take it, the SaaS based product, as a the device as a service, you name it. All these industries going towards the BRIM. The main reason is it is a like inbuilt user interface. That's the main one thing. Another one is zero coding, and it uses the zero coding base unless you have a particular user usage, like user specific requirement. The BRIM supports mainly on the prepaid, postpaid, and hybrid model, which we can customer can monitor real time usage and real time statement whatever they want to use, and subscription control over their own subscription, like you name it, right? Geo, I was talking about Geo. Geo is using the BRIM model. Likewise, various like even Google is using BRIM now. That's another thing, right? Like so, most of the big companies are using BRIM. The reason is very much integrated with revenue, very much integrated with your collections, very much integrated with user usage monitoring. So whole BRIM is packed with zero coding base unless there is very specific requirements in the industry. Now, when we talk about BRIM as an overview model, like it covers, it comes with the modeled product. We used to SD. Most of you guys come from SD model, so you guys might know that we have a bill of materials. That's where same concept being used. So bill of material, we don't have that exact bill of material concept, but it is a product model bundle product modeling concept which uses out of the box UI based configuration plug and play. And pricing, we use for a pricing purpose, we'll use advanced variant configuration within S4HANA, and you can use CC conversion charging, which is another system we'll discuss in detail more in some time. So there is a pricing model within embedded with new variant configuration, advanced variant configuration, ABC model, which we call it the variant configuration in the existing word. So that's being used again. We are not going to use the whole VAVC like a variant configuration, which is part of your variant configuration, helps you to derive the attribute driven pricing. So when we say attribute driven pricing, so the pricing model which helps you to get the minimize minimum products into the market and derive your product pricing based on your attributes. So these are all out of the box which plugins to your BRIM model. And you have a subscription order management which talks about your life cycle of your subscription of the customer. Like when we say subscription, like customer purchases any subscription models, either hardware or software, so that can be monitored, that life cycle along with your hardware product delivered, everything, right? So that's the whole thing is monitored within this model. and usage metering and transaction pricing. When we say usage metering, which is very much integrated with your all usage based with revenue. So usage is directly links to your regular subscription, like via conversion mediation, where conversion mediation, we talk about all this conversion mediation, what is conversion mediation, what is conversion charging, how exactly it helps to your subscription model, we'll discuss in some time. So this usage metering and transactional pricing, which allows you to uh, uh, calculate the real-time usage and charge to the customer. Like when you make a call, let's take an example, right? So if you make a prepaid connection, when you make a call, so you based on your available balance, then only you can make a call, right? If you're not having a real time, like you don't have balance, you cannot make a call. So all these things validated upfront using a different mechanism within the conversion charging system. So real time calculation and it runs through, and usage metering happens, and you can customer charge immediately after whatever is being consumed. Billing and receivable and collection, this is another part. So this will be once you consume, and either your monthly subscription will be billed, and your collection and receivables will be very much integrated with your FICA model, financial contract accounting management. Contract accounting management is different than FIAR. So there are two models when you talk about, right, when it comes to finance, FICA and FIAR. So now this whole BRIM uses out of the box integrated version of FICA. In case if you are still clients, some clients still stay with FIR model, which is very much SD integrated version. You guys know that, most of you guys from SD. So FIAR, which you can still go ahead and integrate with the FIR, but FICA is out of the box integration. Like when I say out of the box, it directly it's your GL, based on your GL derivation. Everything happens through CA, convergent invoicing model. So, and another thing is, out like for a usage based consumption, if any customer is having a real time usage and shared with partners, like example, if you are Amazon, let's talk about like if your partner is hosting your service, like if Citrix example, right? Citrix is one of the leading like a desktop provider. So if they are hosting the like Amazon Web Service, or AWS server, or GCP, or Microsoft Azure, so they are hosting. That means that is a partner sharing, right? They share the cloud version of the database and the desktop. So that's sharing the number of consumptions being consumed, which it will generate a partner revenue based on the actual usage, and based on the usage, the partner sharing will be connected. So we'll discuss in detail what is partner sharing, all those things in later. So all this packed out of the box in the billing revenue notion management, the BRIM. Okay. So what are we going to, okay, this slide is not updated. I'm using the old slide. So we are going to use 2023 version, the latest one released. So again, this is the first batch we are going to use. So earlier we were using 2022 till now. So this is the first batch we are going to 2023, which we installed recently. So that will be used part of this training. So and CC also the latest version, which what is CC? We'll talk about that, conversion charging. So this is the latest version. We will be training. This whole training will be conducted at the latest integrated. Again, when I say integrated, it integrated is conversion charging. Conversion charging is another. So there are two servers involved in this training. One is S4HANA and conversion charging. Conversion charging is a Java-based application. So this is very much integrated with S4HANA. Again, both are SAP product only. So don't get confused. So this runs both on the HANA database. So S4HANA is ECC, which your all your S4 like UI Fiori, everything which runs on the HANA DB. That's S4HANA 2023 is the latest version, and CC is a conversion based charging application. Again, we have a Fiori cockpit for that, and as well as your backend Java application. We will discuss in detail when we get into the training mode. So these two servers will be used for this training purpose. and we will be enabling SAP telco scenarios and the industry practice, which whatever the telecommunication industry is being using, and contract account receivable FICA in order to integrate with your order management. So there are what happened? Okay, so there are total. I would say, in order to build the whole BRIM model, we need to have this subscription order management, convergent mediation, which is optional, convergent charging, convergent invoicing, customer financial management. This all total 5 box contains your BRIM capabilities. Now, mandatory to have. So, mandatory to have a BRIM solution is subscription order management, convergent charging, convergent invoicing, which is part of this training. And what is subscription? We will talk about conversion mediation and financial management in some time. So let's talk about subscription order management. So part of this training, which is part of your S4HANA box, we will cover the service model. Service is nothing but, which is service is a replacement of your existing CRM box. SAP had a separate CRM box in the existing world. From 2025 onwards, they stopped the whole support for this CRM box anymore. They don't support anymore. So the whole CRM components is brought towards this S4HANA box. So they replaced and brought this whole CRM components to S4HANA. That is called as a service component. That's a new service component is enabled within S4HANA. So that's subscription order management is part of your service component. Okay, so this whole order lifecycle management. When I say order, when you talk about subscription order, same as your sales order, subscription order, these concepts. So subscription order, subscription contract, solution quotation, there are various models being enabled within subscription order management. Earlier we had a concept called in the CRM box, it was called as a provider order, provider contract concept, that renamed as a subscription order and subscription contract. This whole subscription order management lies within your service component, and which will talk about the order capturing, order distribution, and product catalog and offer management. All these things, which is part of your subscription order management. So this is part of our training when we will discuss in detail how exactly this order management works within the subscription order management. So let's talk about conversion charging and conversion invoicing. Then we'll talk about conversion mediation and financial management. So conversion charging, as I said earlier, so it is a Java-based application. SAP, they bought around 2009. They bought this Ideal company called Ideal. So they bought this company and they wanted to get into this telco industry. Earlier, they had a very big challenge in terms of managing the database and real-time. Like none of ECC server. We were on Oracle database, right? It was very hard to manage the whole data content. So SAP wanted to get into the telco industry. That's where they bought this Java-based application, which is Ideal is a company. So they bought this conversion charging. So when they bought this, so this is something which is like, if you look at the system, you'll understand how exactly the conversion charging looks like. So this supports a lot of functionality. So you can do offline rating, usage based calculation, partner revenue sharing. I was talking about that earlier. Online account balance management, online and offline rating. So what is online and offline rating is like, you are making a call and you don't know how much balance left, and you are not allowed to make a call if it is $1 left, right? If your call rate is $3 and you are trying to make a call with having balance of $1, it's not allowed, and you crossed your credit limit, so you cannot make a call. I'm just giving basic examples. So these are all like real time check happens within conversion charging system, and with that functionality, the whole rating and pricing and charging functionality runs through this conversion charging system, and we will charge to the customer. So that's part of a conversion charging system. Again, till 1909 version, till 1909 version, we didn't have any Fiori cockpit concept. SAP introduced the Fiori cockpit for conversion charging system. The reason was like it's totally the UI is different, and like consultants or customer or business users had a very challenging part of understanding this conversion charging, the whole back end system itself. So like if you look at the Fiori, our like S4HANA Fiori, the same way, and if you look at the backend system, if you ECC box, that it is a backend system, right? You will have a Fiori, and in the you have a backend system. Same way, till 1909, we had only a backend system of conversion charging system, which is Java application. Now, from 1909 onwards, SAP introduced a cockpit, and from 1909 onwards, they improved a lot in the cockpit within Fiori cockpit. That's again, it's content like it contains multiple Fiori apps within the cockpit, and now they don't user don't need to get into the backend system, backend application to configure and model this whole usage based or like whole content whatever you want to configure. This cockpit, within the cockpit you can do everything. So there are few functionality they're still working on. Might be they are releasing like 2023 they have released some of the latest functionality, but there is still improvement required. There are some contents still available in the backend which is not available in the cockpit. So part of this training, what we are going to do is we will discuss both option, like in the backend how can we configure this conversion charging system, and the front end system how like the cockpit, using the cockpit how can you configure, like what are the difference you can see. So cockpit is very user friendly than the backend. It's very user friendly and you can easily understand, which is like just looking at the system you can understand, you feel that SAP, but backend it's totally different. So we will discuss both and we will try to cover both the use cases, how to configure using the backend and front end. Okay, and this is where you will be looking at the real-time usage and how the usage configuration is happening, how recurring is happening. All these things will be configured and discussed within the conversion charging system, which is integrated to your S4HANA box. And let's discuss about the conversion charging, conversion invoicing. Conversion invoicing, as I said, it's part of your FICA model. It's one of the component. So conversion invoicing helps you to bill and invoice the customer. So now you might make it out, right? One is SOM, which is your order management. Conversion invoicing for usage, rating and charging and other stuff. Convergent invoicing is meant for your billing and invoicing. So convergent invoicing is handles the payment and billing customer and partner payment settlement and other stuff, right? And all the way till GL derivation. The way your sales order management, like let's take sales order, delivery, invoice. Three components involved, three steps involved, right? Sales, you create a sales order, you go for a delivery, and delivery is done and go for invoicing. So the same step here. So subscription order management, which is your order management, usage and charging and billing, usage and calculation, everything happens in the actual convergent charging system, and billing and invoicing happens in the convergent invoicing model. Subscription order management and convergent invoicing lies within S4HANA, and conversion charging invoice, the conversion charging out of your S4HANA ECC, like S4HANA box, which is out of this, and it is a Java based application. So these three models, which is very much integrated to model this whole BRIM. So this is part of the training. So let's talk about conversion mediation and other financial management. What exactly is this? Conversion mediation. So again, it's not an actual SAP product, but whenever in order to connect to your conversion charging system, SAP when they bought the Ideal as a product, they had a lot of challenges with external connectivity in order to do a real-time usage calculation, real-time connectivity, and other stuff. There are a lot of systematic integration issue. So that's where conversion mediation uh, uh, is a digital router product. Okay, so it's a digital router product. Is another company. So where they support all SAP conversion mediation integration out of the box. They give a plugins in order to connect to external systems. Like example, toll management, right? Toll management, you read the barcode. And when you get into the system, that barcode is converted into a language which convergent charging should understand, and you are supposed to cross that line. In order to open that gate, is that barcode to be read, it needs to, someone needs to read the barcode, translate it, check whether balance is available. If yes, charge to the customer, then open the gate, right? That's what needs to happen. So in order to do this mediator job, convergent mediation is something meant for that, collecting the data, massaging the data in order to integrate with your convergent charging and connect to the S4HANA. So this convergent mediation is meant for collection of the usage and mediating to the external world, any kind of external world. I'm just given one example, right? So anything. So convergent charging cannot read all kind of data, right? So what it does is it has certain limits. So now convergent mediation helps you to read external data and massage and translate it to convergent charging system language. Okay, so now that whole translation taken care by convergent mediation. Now, is it mandatory to use? As long as you have any mediator, like any BizTalk or you name it, right? MuleSoft, Boomi, there are various industry integration available. So if you can module your own integration, that's also like most, like in my experience, it goes hand in hand. Unless you are doing a real-time usage calculation, you don't need conversion mediation. So conversion mediation helps you to integrate to external world, and there are two options. One is your own grown integration, existing integration can be used to integrate with external world, or you can buy along with your BRIM. So SAP push to buy this whole conversion mediation part of your package, so that they can integrate with seamless way. Like that's another thing, right? Conversion mediation it's not only, so again, conversion mediation is not just meant for CC. You can also integrate with S4HANA. So actually, it meant for CC for converting your online usages. So you can use the same integration mediator to connect to your any other non SAP integrations too. So as I said, so it's either you own your own integration models, or you can buy this convergent mediation. So it does the job of collecting the data and massaging the data. So that we will talk about how this with a PPT. We don't have a again. This is another Java based application. We don't have a conversion mediation application, and we don't have a like it's a separate training in case you guys are interested. So it's a separate whole thing. So the conversion mediation, which is require a Java knowledge, and you need to code it there as well. Okay, coding should be mandatory, but conversion charging you don't need any Java knowledge. Okay, you can, it's a like a configurable view. There is no coding involved in this conversion charging system. But in conversion mediation, you need to have a coding language, and you will be developer there. You will need to have a, again, that's a totally different training. In guys, if you guys are interested, you can go for conversion mediation as a separate training. But we will discuss through PPT like how exactly it integrates with conversion charging high level, how exactly it connects to the system. So coming to conversion, SAP customer financial management, again, revenue management, payment handling, credit management, collection management, financial customer care, dispute handling, all these things, revenue, RAR, payment, payment collection, dunning, the whole process, right? After your invoice posted to FCA, once the posting is done, once your GL hits, that's where our training ends. Now, from there is a FICA core functionalities like collections, payment, bank integrations, revenue integration. There are various things involved. So FICA as a separate training is available. So the core financial activity which starts after into the revenue mode. Sorry, posting it to your subledger concept. So FICA works on the subledger concept. So once we hit the subledger, that's where our job ends, like our training ends. So from there, transferring to main ledger, collection, revenue posting, handling, dunning, credit management, all those things, we have a separate training. But we will talk about how exactly the whole integration works. Okay. So in high level, this training contains subscription order management, conversion charging, convergent invoicing. So three different models combined BRIM model, which requires additional like if you would like to go for financial core finance models integrate again as a like in your existing word also, right? SD consultant looks at again there are various like up to invoicing from once you post it to GL, from there it is totally FI consultant's job, right? That's what is FICA model worlds. So again, within subscription order, within BRIM also, we have a three models altogether: subscription order management, convergent charging, convergent invoicing. So if you ask me in this industry, there are clients which are looking only SOM model, guys, convergent charging, convergent invoicing. But in this whole BRIM training, you will be we will be covering the whole. But based on your core capability, you can choose like you want to become a. You might be a strong in the order management, but you still know how the convergent invoicing, convergent charging works, and you might be very strong in convergent invoicing because you are coming from the FI model, and you will be knowing how exactly it integrates with your order management. So, three models covered in this whole BRIM training. Yeah, just on high level how exactly this BRIM started. From 2029, as I said, it acquired a ideal company, and then from there it's rebranded to Convergent Charging. And from there, 2023, 2013, Q2, they acquired Ibris Billing, um, Ibris company. That's again a CPQ model, I would say. So they do a omni-channel German-based company where product content management system, which is a software content, and it's a cloud-based product. And Ibris Billing wanted to have, if you look at SAP CPQ or Salesforce CPQ, it's similar. So Ibris also and as the same way. But yeah, so from 2023 to 2025, we were started integrating with Ibris Billing. Didn't go well in the market. And also meantime partnered with the digital router, as I said, kind of a conversion mediation. uh, in order to integrate with external world, we SAP integrated with the digital router to get the detailed usage data and other stuff. So branded BRIM to Ibris around 2025, 2015 as an Ibris billing. So if anyone certified between 2015 to 2018, their certification still holds Ibris billing as a certification. So there didn't go well between after Ibris integration. They tried multiple like things but didn't work out. Again, they rebranded back to BRIM around 2018, and from there on, S4HANA, they started integrating with S4HANA with customer management as an additional plugin, additional component where customers are supposed to purchase. So again, 2019, part of 1909 release, they introduced the concept called a service component. From there on, again, service component I was discussing about the replacement of CRM box, right? So this whole thing happened between 2009 till 2025. From 2019 onwards, every release there was a different like service they introduced, functionality changed. So I worked from 2000. I worked on CRM Ocean. I worked on from 1909 till today. So whatever the releases happened, so all the releases there are various functionalities being introduced, different auto renewals, name it, custom billing. There are different concepts. Latest, I'm talking about custom billing, which is very much interesting topic we will discuss in detail. So there are different concepts being introduced within service component. Convergent invoicing, there is not much change other than bill plan introduction, out of the box integration. So bill plan is something which is introduced, but convergent invoicing is very much stagnant, other than little tweaks here and there. But service is very much changed between 1909 version till 2023. We will talk when we get into the training mode. I will explain you guys, okay, which version functionality is being introduced and how exactly it supports. How if your client is going with the old version, how exactly you can, is it supported or not? We'll discuss all those functionality in details when you get into the training mode. Okay. That's about the BRIM, the how exactly and where do we stand today. Again, you name it, right? Everything is on subscription nowadays. So you name the product, so people are moving towards a subscription. So either consumption based or recurring based. So most of the things go with subscription. You name it, like even purifiers are going with subscription. You device as a service, right? Everything is using a subscription model. But how exactly it is helping the economy? So theoretically, very much most of the small companies are going with subscription using a different like their homegrown models, like Tesla, right? Tesla, they build their own subscription model application. Like there are different homegrown applications. But why SAP BRIM is naming its own subscription model is, which is very much integrated with revenue, very much integrated with your financial activities, and you don't have to plug in multiple things to build the whole stuff, right? So if the client is a SAP front end, then it's start to the end, all the way from subscription till the invoicing, to the subscription till the revenue, subscription till the then collections. Everything is single box, single application, and everything is very much integrated within the ERP model. But unless you guys have a separate SAP Salesforce or different front end applications, then you will have some tweaks to be done in order to integrate with external words. Okay. Yeah. So how exactly we are? Sorry. So what are the models? As I said, we discussed in detail subscription order management. We talk about customer management, how exactly the business partner being handled, product is being handled, product bundling model, how exactly the product bundles, which is a replacement of your BOM model, and subscription order capture, distribution, contract management, master agreement, partner revenue, which is all part of your subscription order management. And convergent charging and convergent invoicing, which we discuss in detail. In the convergent charging, we'll discuss about service and pricing model, one time and recurring and usage, and online offline charging, revenue sharing, online account management, and prepaid and postpaid alliances. So in convergent invoicing, we'll discuss about how exactly the rating, bill plan, billing aggregation, invoice management, revenue sharing, how exactly the invoice supports to your revenue, supports the revenue recognition. So all these detailed discussion will happen in when you get into the training. So digital router, conversion mediation, and financial things we discussed in detail, right? Cash management, incoming payment and outgoing payment, bank integration, ER and AP collections, promise to pay, dispute management, which is all part of a separate training. Again, I'm just highlighting how the whole solution looks like, but part of this solution, out of this whole BRIM model, SAM CCCI will be covered part of this time. Okay. Yeah, so subscription arrangements topics in detail is here. So this PPT will be shared across, and you guys can go over, again, I will change this to 2023 since this is the first batch. I'm just using this whole slide. Subscription order management, product setup. So the same thing what we discussed. Okay, so let's get into the question and answer mode. Like, guys, open for questions now. So any questions, please feel free to ask now.
I'm Sambashiva. I'm asking something regarding we have a subscription. This is BRIM. What is the
Mhm.
difference between RAR and as well as BRIM now? And RAR is also a telecom based sector, right? It's completely.
No, no, no. So
What is the
revenue,
difference?
see, BRIM is totally different than RAR. See, RAR, revenue management, which is introduced around 2019 within, again, SAP RAR, with S4HANA. So RAR is meant for your revenue recognition. So nothing to do with your BRIM. So BRIM supports out of the box linking, or supports out of the box to link your revenue recognition. So total revenue RAR is part of your financial accounting, which is FICA. I was showing in the previous slide, right? So it is part of your. Let me share. Where is that? Yes, correct. Yeah. See, your customer financial management, revenue management, RAR is part of your financial management. Okay. So you can use SAP RAR or external RAR, revenue management. So there is no link. I mean to say, RR is just a one of the component. Okay, to answer your question.
Okay. And how this is integrated to how much we need to know on the AVC point of view on the convergent charging and its other information.
Okay, let's put it this way. AVC, as you good question. So AVC is an independent component which is used by PPMM various models. Advanced variant configuration itself is a big topic to discuss, and there is a separate training altogether. Now, AVC part of AVC, we are using a limited around, I would say, 5% of the component or a functionality we are using in the subscription order management to do a like advanced variant configuration to do a pricing model, like in order to derive the price based on your like based on your characteristics. That's it. It's you don't need to know detailed AVC. That's basic AVC is sufficient.
You will give this information to us whenever the training goes
Yeah,
on.
yes, definitely. The
And
whole
that's
how exactly the AVC basic thing, how exactly that whole AVC brings the price, and how exactly integrates with even that some AVC is integrated to CC in the old version. Now you don't need AVC to integrate in the 2022 onwards. They are bought the different model. We will discuss both. Like you don't need to have AVC from 2022 onwards, 22 to version onwards. Yeah, so we will discuss in detail.
and you also worked on the SAP SD earlier. Uh,
Yeah, I
but
was SD.
what is the difference between SAP pricing in traditional way of doing it and coming to the SAP convergent invoicing point of view? What is the difference in?
Convergent invoicing is nothing to see. Convergent invoicing will not do any pricing model. So
Okay.
subscription order management. Yeah. Convergent subscription order management uses a pricing procedure from the SD model itself.
Oh, but the
Yeah.
price, what is the pricing differences between S4 and as well as here and the conversion charging side? Do you see?
Convergent charging is totally different. Convergent charging model is totally different, and it's nothing to do with S4 HANA pricing procedure. So it is totally different way of looking at the pricing model in the conversion charging. But coming to S4 HANA subscription order management, earlier CRM version we had a CRM separate pricing procedure that was little different than SD model. But from the S4 HANA onwards, S4 HANA service model onwards, it uses base totally. It's using a SD based pricing procedure.
Okay.
So if you are from the SD, you will subscription order management almost goes with hand in hand.
Oh, okay. Okay. And is it a linking between if you want this process has to be
Hmm.
linked to the S4, is it flexible enough to handle this process? For
I didn't get
example,
your question. What do you mean
sales
by that?
order, if you want to create a sales order and some of the process has to be linked to the
Yeah,
BRIM.
right. So see, so device as a service, device DaaS, right? This is device as a service. So for that, we always create a sales order for using a subscription order. So your starting point is going to be a subscription order, but end up with creating a sales order for delivery purpose. So yes, we are using SD model along with the subscription order management for a few of the use case, some of the use case, I would say.
And you
But
need to spend.
pricing and
Mhm.
invoicing, you are coming back to convergent invoicing in a different angle. Like create a subscription order, create a sales order, delivery, a dummy invoice, which that invoice converts as a convergent invoicing. Again, that's the whole flow is different, but yeah, we will discuss. Yes. So it uses SD based sales order and delivery for the hardware purpose, device as a service.
Okay. How many sectors you mean to say are focusing on it presently? The telecom sector and as well as online sector, for example, applications like Amazon and other sets, right? Any other
Mhm.
sector we are using focused on the BRIM now, or
Most,
only the
see, as I said, right, most of the telecommunication uh, is SaaS-based products. Okay, so various industries being used, like there are multiple industries are using now. So there is, I would say, in my whole in like knowledge, toll management is heavily using, telecom industry is heavily using, SaaS base is heavily using this BRIM model now. Now in the current industry. So, but small scale industries, like name anything, like anyone is going towards a subscription or using BRIM.
okay. How many hours you want to say
So
for this?
30, so the whole training covers for 30 hours plus 10 hours of practice. So when I say 30 hours, 30 hours of classes, and along with our like a regular like I will show in the system. 10 hours you guys will be practicing, and I will be covering and supporting you guys.
Okay. And conversion mediations and as well as invoices, we are not covering these concepts now. Are we
Conversion
able to
mediation,
do?
see, as I said, no, it's an optional box. You don't need to have conversion mediation. But see, I don't, I as a trainer, I wanted to show whole solution capability, right? That's why I'm covering all four, five. Now, as a BRIM consultant, you need to know either one, subscription order management, CC or CI. But so this whole training covers all three models.
Perfect. And are we focused on only the weekends or weekdays
Yeah,
too
yeah,
on
only
this?
on wickets, no weekdays.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Any other
Yeah,
questions?
I have a question. Can you pull up your the training thing,
I'm here.
the training content?
Training content, okay.
Okay, so yeah, there we go. Yeah, this one. So you're pretty much, covering some exercise and everything in the SAM.
Yeah.
But are you covering all this configuration on the bit and the sits and everything, and going through the actual invoice, which is like
Yes,
seven
yes,
and
all the way till the invoicing where you post to GL, all the till
so
GL posting.
your box has all the bits and sits configured already, right? Because the standard system has nothing.
Yeah, that's what we are going to do. So the whole, like, again, existing 2022 version, we had everything configured, and most of the things was working. Again, 2023, as I said, we recently installed. I'm trying to build that whole system, but almost configured everything. Yes.
Okay, but the topic 8, it says no exercise. This is the key part of this whole thing, right? Once you come up with the SAM, once you get the order, you need to be able to build, right, that number topic 8. But it says no exercise.
I didn't get you. So integration with conversion, no exercise. Oh, okay.
No, the
Like
topic when you
integration.
start with SAM, right? We build, let's say we build SAM and then we got all the bits and sits and
Integration,
everything.
yeah, see, integration into convergent invoicing, you don't need an exercise, right? So in convergent invoicing itself, you have a separate here. Okay.
Sorry,
so
okay.
so system integration, that's something which is done through basis guys. So there you
Hold
don't
on.
need any exercises.
This is okay. So
Okay.
this was covered in chapter. Which training is this? Which so this was go back again the other one, the
So
main one.
this
So
is
this
a
was
SOP.
covered in
This is a SOP,
module 3.
subscription order management. This is a
Yeah.
convergent charging, and this is a convergent invoicing. Okay. So integration to billing charging and
Yeah.
convergent invoicing is just an integration. There is no exercise. How exactly the web services are connected? How what all the web services is required? That's a basic understanding. That's it. You are not going to
Oh,
configure
okay.
the web
So
service.
sorry, go back to the 3 again. So 3 is the key then.
Hmm. Yeah.
Go back to the yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Yeah, I must have missed this slide or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So how long is this thing? Module 3. How long does it cover?
Again, the overall training 30 hours, as I said, right? We don't distribute based on the
You
models.
don't
So
distribute
the
based on this. Okay. Okay. So
again,
yeah,
I will
got it.
not say another part is like I will not go okay, I will cover for SOM and CC and CA. No, it will go end to end. So order till invoice, and that
Right, right.
covers most of 3 models. So it will not go as there in this slide. Okay.
Okay. So let me ask you another one. So this one, after the training, you're giving us access for 3 months. We should be able to go through additional exercises, additional training on these, right? Because
Again,
the
you
first one
need
you're
to
going to
talk
give
to
us
that
is
in
basically is
again
already confirmed,
additional.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So again, getting the additional server, like regarding the server, you need to talk to them. But yeah, if you have an access, you will be able to practice. Yes.
No, no. I thought that original thing, that quote you gave me on this one was it included
Yeah,
the
yeah,
three
right,
months
right.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct, correct. Right. If it is there, that yes, it's not for everyone, right? So that's what
Oh,
I
got
don't
it,
want
got
to
it.
commit on that. Yeah, you need to talk to Naveen on that. Yeah.
No, we done that. Okay, okay. I'll follow up with that. Thank you.
Okay. Um,
How
all
soon we are, Vijay? How soon we are initiating this training?
let's. Can you guys talk to Naveen because I was not there. I just back. I am good to start from next week.
Okay, let me check with him. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I think we are good. We're on time. Unless you guys have no questions. If all things set, next week we'll meet.
The last 5 years, I'm into FI.
So you have any basic background, or it's like first time you're joining?
No, here I gone through your demo session.
No, my question is, you have 17 years of experience with SAP as a consultant,
No,
developer?
no. Out of 17 years, 12 years into accounts and finance, and the last 5 years I'm into SAP FI consultant. Now I'm working with Wipro.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm just looking from. Hey Naveen, can you just confirm how many are going to join? Like we are almost 5 minutes past. Just give us some time. I'm just checking with them. Okay. So again, I know you both joined again. Rajlakshmi, right? So sorry, what's your name? I forgot. I just missed it. Raji Ramesh, right? You have any SAP background? Like, what's your? You said some like you were breaking up. Can you come again? What was your background?
So I worked as an end user, not as a consultant, in SAP R3 and BI.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. No worries.
And Pico also. Pico also, but as an end user only, I have used the application.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No problem. Yeah, Shiva. Hey, Shiva. You joined now. This is the first session, or been?
Yeah,
This
first
first
system.
session, sir.
Yeah. You can go on mute, Raj. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Shiva. Is this the first
Yes,
session?
last meeting I joined.
Oh, okay. No problem. I was just checking. Oh, yeah. Let me share my screen. I think it should be fine now. Share entire screen. This looks good. Okay. Hope you guys can see the screen. Okay. Today it will be like max 30 to 35 or 1 hour. We will go over, and because this is the first session and few of them had to join. I'm seeing two new joiners are coming up, and one is from last demo. Okay, Rajeshwari, thank you. So yeah, so team, again, I know two of you guys are new. Let me quickly give a recap what we are going to do part of this training. And this training, we are going to discuss on the BRIM side. And if you have at least have an SAP background, when I say SAP background, how to navigate to the screen, that's very good. And if you are coming from a non-SAP, and then a little bit difficult in order to navigate through the screen, but yeah, but still you guys can go through the training, try to understand the basic things. Again, the old training, the way used to happen, how to get into the system, how to log in, how to type the SPRO screen, T codes and other stuff we used to use. But now most of the things comes with the Fury app, so that makes easy for most of us. So going back, so we will have a new batch starting today. Where is my Excel? Yes, 18. I think 18 I couldn't because that had to travel. I just okay, 18. I'll just that's 18. Delete. Okay, so this training is again. I'm not going back the demo session. It's going to be a straightforward session. If you guys would like to listen to the demo session, please go through the recording one more time. You can request Naveen to share the demo session. So the way the training is going to happen is there are three different modules we are going to discuss and practice over 40 hours, including 30 hours of class and the 10 hours of practice by yourself, right? So in this training, first thing we are going to discuss about SOM, subscription order management, and second part is CI, convergent invoicing, and third part is CC, convergent charging. So SOM and CI part of yes, bro. So when I talk whenever I speak SAP language, if you guys are not understanding or not comfortable or you need to know more, please stop with that so I can explain in detail. My understanding is you guys know basic SAP, so I'm just going with what is S4HANA, what is ACC, all those things. I'm not going back and basic things. I'm going starting from the S4HANA. Okay, what is SAP and why do we use SAP? All the basic things. I hope you guys understand the ECC version and have the background of it. So we are going to learn the whole. This training is going to conduct in S4HANA 2023 version. S4HANA 2023 is the latest version, latest package, which is available in the market. Okay, so this S4HANA, which consists of two modules, we are going to discuss. That's one is SOM and CA. When I talk about SOM, subscription order management, this is part of your service component. So this is a service component, and this is a FICA, contract account. Okay, so there. Okay, if anyone. Okay. So service and FICA. So there are two models. When I say two models, two components within S4HANA. Okay. So this is the S4HANA, and we have a service component and FICA component. This is all about finance. This is all about order management. So coming back to this. Coming back to this CC, conversion charging is a Java-based application. This is a Java-based application, okay, which is hosted in HANA database, DB, okay. Okay, and this is again, if you go through the previous session, I mean to say demo session, what is conversion charging and why this conversion charging come into picture, so you will understand more. This conversion charging system is meant for pricing and charging for the usage records, and also we can use it for recurring purpose. Okay, so now This is your S4HANA box. This is your CC. Conversion charging is an independent Java application which you will have to run and log in through RDP remote desktop. You cannot access locally, so you have to get the RDP system and then you have to log in. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to discuss end to end. When we start master data first, then transactional data. Okay.
Vijay, if you don't mind, can you increase the font size?
Yeah, sure. No problem. Where is that we
Yeah, select entire sheet and increase the font to 14. Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. So master data and transactional data. So we will go master data, how exactly it flows through all this all the way to this Java application and how exactly the transactional flow happens, right? So we will discuss that same way. We'll discuss on the transactional data, how exactly it transact all the way through CC and CA. Okay. And now let's discuss about what is master data. Before going to that, let's go to the slide. So part of this SAM solution, the BRIM solution, first thing we are going to discuss about subscription order management, which talks about managing the master data and partner data. I mean to say customer and partner master data, product and bundles, product bundles, subscription order capture, order distribution and fulfillment, and subscription contract management, master agreement, and partner revenue share. Okay, this is two is additional topics we will discuss later part. Subscription order management, subscription order distribution, and all these things. First, starting with master data, so we will cover this part of the subscription order management. Okay, remaining things we will discuss later. So part of the product modeling, order capture, order distribution, B2B features, and solution quotation. What are the independent topics we are going to discuss? So we will talk about the model, like bid bundle modeling. How are we going to talk about how the products is going to be modeled, and what is recurring products, what is one-time product, one is what is usage and service product. Define the pricing for recurring fee, product, and one-time services. So we are going to discuss in detail on the pricing part. So which is very much SD integrated and sales and distribution integrated. And map the usage charges with class catalog mapping. This class catalog mapping is a terminology which is used for a conversion charging integration. So how can we map the usage charge with the CC, which we'll talk about when we discuss the CI part of it, conversion charging part. Okay, so let me little reduce it to 150 so that so this part, so which is integrated, that's this particular topic we will discuss this particular usage mapping when we get into CC integration. So now only we will discuss what is SOM and CA integration, so that it covers the base thing. Then we will shift to the CC integration. Okay, and we will discuss the define the process for alliance, which is again CC conversion charging integration. Combination rule like a variant configuration, how exactly the ABCs works, advanced variant configuration, that we will discuss in the product model. So we again move on to order capture, order distribution. There are a lot of topics which we will go through. Again, this is all theoretical. Let's get into the practical thing, right? Actual thing. So what is subscription billing? What exactly the subscription order management? How exactly it works? B2B and B2C, and market and extend market opportunity by addressing. Can you go
Then how
on?
to
Okay. So subscription order management. Okay, where I was. Okay, in this, right? Yeah. So what is subscription order management? Subscription order management is a component of your BRIM solution. Okay. So when we talk about BRIM solution, it consists of multiple components. Keep in mind. So one is on the service, another is FICA, FICA, and even FI. When I say FICA, there are a lot of things within FICA. So within FICA, we are going to discuss about CI, convergent invoicing. FICA involves all post-invoicing activity as well, like collection, dunning, credit management. There are a lot of things which post-invoicing, that is pure FI concept, which you will be like that's a totally independent training separate. Okay? So FICA and revenue RR revenue management. There are different topics comes under FICA. So we will be discussing on FICA convergent invoicing. So now, what is subscription order management? It's a order management which offers a different way of handling the life cycle of contract, subscription contract. When I say subscription contract, which is a lifetime when customer buy any product, subscribe. So sorry. So whenever customer buy any product, example, you purchase you purchase a Airtel connection, you purchase a Geo connection, so you subscribe to that, right? So you are not going to purchase 10 SIM card at once. So that's a B2B scenario if you are going that way. Like if you are purchasing individual customer, right? As an individual customer, like a standalone purchasing, so you will be purchasing one subscription. So that's where you subscribe for yourself as a once connection. That's the connection is for what? It's valid for your lifetime unless you cancel. So every month you will consume, you make a call, you say you use the data, you do the SMS service, everything, right? So that's where whole subscription involves. So now that whole subscription management is part of this service. Okay, subscription order management, it like maintaining the life cycle. Now whenever you purchase a product, it involves, okay, I'm just giving a B2B, let's go to the B2B scenario. So company purchased the AWS server, so server is purchased and it purchased the database server, like it purchased the space, correct? 500 GB, 1 TB, 1 terabyte, 100 TB. So now that the subscription for a lifetime unless you go and cancel. Company purchase the AWS server, GCP, Google Cloud. So this all the subscriptions involves multiple things. Like whenever I subscribe for 1 TB now, and I might in a short term I will go for 2 TB. Like example, Amazon is offering a Amazon festival or some offers are going on where customers are logging in, consumers are logging into the server. Estimated login is twice or more than twice on a given regular day server login. So you go for those 4 or 5 days for additional space in the AWS server, correct? So that increase is called as an allowance. You might go for additional server purchase whenever there is some offer running and you are expecting some spike in the user login. So these are all the whole management, right? Whole subscription management, which involves a life cycle and addition or like cancellation. Everything is managed within the subscription order management. Okay. Now, how are we going to do this? How exactly system enables all these things? We will get into the system and we will see where and all configuration involves. Okay. So in order to do this, there are two things you should know. First thing is you need to have a server, right? Where S4HANA. So now when you go to login screen, so this is where you will be logging. This again, I haven't invoiced the GUI. I need to install the GUI and connect, but RDP is not working. But yeah, so either you log in through this server through GUI login. This is called as a GUI, and you log in to the backend system where it opens your GUI, or you can use a portal based GUI. This is a portal based GUI, and or you can use the Fury apps directly. Okay. Now, so this first you need to have a provision system to log in. So this is where you log in to the latest server, whatever is available. You guys, once you have a server access, you start logging in and get into the system. So second part, once you log in, you need to have a components enabled. So already pre-installed components comes with your server login. So that like FICA component, which is pre-installed by basis guys. and pre-installed service component is enabled. A service is enabled by default. So if you go SPRO, what is happening? Proceed. Yep. This is the first time we are logging in, so we installed a new server.
If we get any S4 on a server, I mean, any in the sense maybe 23 or 24 or 22, this SOM is a default available.
So a SOM, like if you guys know SD sales and distribution and material management, right? So the way it have its own like components pre-enabled system, the service also comes pre-enabled. Okay.
If not, can you show us how to enable?
Basis task. So even I don't have access, so they will enable. Okay.
Okay.
And ask them to enable, they will enable. So even I don't have an access to enable any components.
Mhm.
What is happening? So we recently, this is the first batch we are going with 2023 version, and we installed all brand new system. I was just configuring last time when something happened to the server. Let's see who is running. It is running. Okay. So anyway,
Okay,
so
meanwhile, logging to this 2023, do you have any difference between 22 and 23 versions?
in terms of functionality, yes, there are a lot of difference. I will explain those things. Okay. So what are the additional components enabled? What are the additional features? Like I would say additional features enabled. Part of 2023. I will explain to you guys. Like we like it enabled with multiple features. So we let us go one by one. So between 1909 when S4HANA we bought the earlier this SOM component was a separate server, CRM server. So from 1909 onwards, SAP bought whole service component as a replacement of CRM to S4HANA. From 1909, there is a lot of improvements version to version. There are features are enabled and a lot of functionalities are enabled, which I will explain, okay, which feature enabled which version, and you guys will know that, okay, if your client or if you are working with any clients and if they are in the old version, and you might not see this feature, and some features are still old, like you will not see that in those versions. Okay, what happened? So let me restart. I think that's wrong. Yeah. So this is where when you log in, right? These are all the components. We call it as a component. So if you see the way you have a sales and distribution, material management, all these things, right? These are all pre-enabled components. Okay. So now when you look at a service, this was not there earlier. Service component itself was not there. So SAP enabled this service as a component, which is a replacement of a CRM, customer relationship management, which was a separate server. The way you are looking at the screen, that was separate login, separate server, and the whole CRM box they discontinued from 2025 onwards. They are not supporting any CRM functionality within CRM server. Now they moved everything from the CRM to S4HANA. That's called as a service. Now within service, again, it's a replacement of CRM box, right? You will see a lot of UI additional features or different components, sub components or sub features, sub component features. So don't look at everything. So we are talking about only SOM, subscription order management, which is part of subscription transactions. Okay. Then master data. There are a few things which I will explain. There are solution, contract, service transaction, which is all CRM based transactions configurations. Okay, and let's go back. Okay, now we know what is subscription order management and what is the purpose of subscription order management, right? It manages in a simple word, which is a subscription order management, which maintains the life cycle of a given subscription, and it enables you to do additional functionalities like upgrade, downgrade, changing the subscription date, changing the price. Everything happens within the subscription order management. Okay, that's all called as a change order management. Okay. Key capability, again, this is all like basic thing, like what is enabling within the market, explore opportunities, reduce the cost, gain the visibility. One thing, again, if your client is front end is S4HANA or SAP, then it's very useful to have subscription order management with all the features. Now, when your front end is non-SAP, like Salesforce or some other e-commerce portal or any like a standalone POS systems, then backend system, whatever the features you have, sometimes it won't be helpful for as an end users, right? End users will look at the front end screen and they will just interact with SAP as an interface. Okay, and that's part of ERP thing. Okay, so the whole subscription order management capability, which all the way from product subscription order management, which we are using a subscription product where order intake and confirmation is sent and subscription contracts are created from the order to contract. So this is all transactional data where subscription contracts are created, and this subscription order or subscription contract, which is SOM based. In order to do this, what all the data is required? You need to have a business partner. So as a selling point of view, as part of selling point of view, you need to have a business partner who is going to purchase the product, right? Is a customer for me. You need to have a subscription product. So in order to sell that item, you need to have a product, right? That's called as a subscription product. You need to configure billing condition, pricing, technical resource. There are various parts within the subscription product. So these two are mandatory to have your subscription start. You need to start the subscription. You need to have these two. Okay. Along with these two, you need to have a contract account. Contract account is again kind of additional master data which transacted to convergent invoicing. That's convergent invoicing enables you to use this contract account to start the it kind of I would say, so in the existing sales and distribution, all your master data, which either pricing or anything related to billing and invoicing, used to come from business partner or customer, whatever we call, right? Old ocean. So it is to take it from the master data where business partner and product master, like a shipping condition, all those things used to come from in Incoterms. Everything used to come from business partner or product master, right? Now coming to a BRIM solution. BRIM solution, 90% of your transactional data reads the data from contract account. This is a combination of your multiple things. One is on your billing, dunning, invoicing, and your pricing. A lot of things. Again, pricing is still a business partner. Pricing procedure comes from business partner. So there are a lot of things which is an additional master data is called as a contract account. Contract account helps you to do a further functionality for dunning payments and credit management, invoicing, rating. All these things runs based on your contract account. Payment term. Okay. So we'll discuss in detail about the contract account. So let's start with business partner and contract account and subscription product as a master data. Okay. So before these three, you need to have an enterprise structure. Okay. So Fiori, we will come back. Okay, I hope everyone knows Fiori. Again, this is just because I was trying to explain this slide. Those who are non-SAP consultant, like those who are joined, they never seen the SAP screen. They might be wondering like what is Fiori, right? So this slide is just a basic understanding for them. What is Fiori and how exactly Fiori works. So the tile where we are having here, these tiles, this is where Fiori tiles, right? These are all the Fiori tiles where you can see the different tiles. Okay. So how I'm seeing these tiles. What are these tiles? What it mean? So these tiles is coming from your roles. First thing, user. I am a user. So I am trying to log in. That login goes through a role, which is assigned this role assigned with your grouping and catalog management. This grouping and catalog will have the tile assignment along with the target mapping with applications, which is called as PFCG, where transaction which all your user roles are again. It's nothing to do with the training or nothing to do with your BRIM knowledge. So it is just for an understanding how exactly the Fiori works, right? So how Fiori is being built. So this is a UI which will follow through your user roles, which security team or GSC control team will manage the roles and responsibility of the user, and according to your roles, your tiles are visible. Okay, again, this is a basic understanding you should know. If sometime when you log into the UI, you don't see the tiles, whatever I'm seeing, you need to just contact Naveen and ask for the role assignment, whatever I am having. Okay, so this as an user, you run through these apps, basic role based application. Okay, so these are all the standard Fiori tiles which are available whenever you try to log in. So you will have all these manage subscription order, subscription contract, manage solution code. All these apps are visible here. So if you go to subscription order life, so these are all new apps which enable part of 2023. Manage subscription contract life cycle, manage subscription contract document, mass change. So these three tiles were not there. Even first of all, this subscription contract lifecycle management itself was not there before 2023 version. So this all three tiles are newly introduced. So this is there from 1909 version. Solution code, subscription order, contract, manage, master agreement. So these are all the old from 1909 onwards. We have these tiles. So these tiles are available. Again, this one I want added to this slide because it's a word slide. But yeah, again, when you log in, you will see all these tiles available in your UI. Okay, first thing. So before starting the master data, one thing you need to know is enterprise structure. So enterprise structure is common or basic thing to be built across the team. When I say across the team, so now when your organization is running through so if you are a SAP consultant, you might have heard that greenfield brownfield implementation, right? What is greenfield implementation? Greenfield implementation where you are into non-SAP and now you are moving towards SAP. So now when you move from non-SAP to SAP system, you might have a multiple team getting into the work, right? Like I meant to say, you might have your PP procurement team and P2P, RTR revenue, record to report, all your consultants, FI consultants, finance consultants, and order management consultants. There are multiple teams who get together, do the blueprinting. That's where your enterprise structure will be built, and it's nothing to do with the BRIM consultant to do everything, right? So this is something which will be done through multiple consultants to build the enterprise structure, not just BRIM consultant. You are going to help them to build. Okay, you are not standalone creating a company code. It's not a BRIM consultant job. It's something which FI consultant job. We will take care of creating all the company codes and other information. So now same way, so like this whole brownfield implementation is nothing but where you are into ACC. Example, you were earlier using a sales and distribution SD model, okay, and you would like to shift towards the subscription flow, which is a BRIM model. So it's a brownfield implementation. Already I have a setup, enterprise structure setup is already there. I don't have to build a new one, but you are just shifting towards a subscription flow, which you are enabling your subscription under management and FICA. So that's where your enterprise structure already pre-built, and you are not going to rebuild that whole thing unless you have some specific requirement, and you are going to utilize that enterprise structure. Okay, two things. Understood? Now, uh, so for particular enterprise structure to build, again, we are just going through eye level. What is company code? What is like this is all you have to build. You again, one thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the pre-built enterprise structure. So previously, like 2022 version, I had a fully functional enterprise structure. Since we moved to 2023 version, I'm working on the whole end-to-end working enterprise structure. When I say working, in the sense, I have to build company code. I have to build all the financial, all the FIGL. Everything needs to be configured in system in order to work end-to-end. So now, again, it's all FI consultant job, consultant job, multiple different consultant job. I'm just trying to build the app. So build whole enterprise structure. So you guys can go and use the same enterprise structure to do BRIM related activities. Okay. Or if you are comfortable and you know how to build the enterprise structure by your own, and you can go ahead and do that. But again, it's like very complicated in a way that you need to know all the finance related configuration, and you need to know all related configuration. There are multiple different configuration you get involved in that. So you may get not end result by like some GL definition is missing, some FI definitions are missing, then you might stuck there. I don't have a like separate consultant to help you guys those things. Okay, so I'm going to give the predefined enterprise structure and defined company code and sales area. You can go ahead and use that. Okay, so let's go. So there are two parts of enterprise structure. One is definition, one assignment. So what is definition? You are going to define, okay, company code and plan, division. There are defined company. Like you, whenever the sales happens, at the end goal is what? You are going to record your revenue, or you are recording your financial activity or your sales activity to the company, like top level. So company comes first. Define company. Okay, this is my company, TCS company. It's a company, right? So export staff training is a company. So that company is defined on the top. Now, so within that, I have a company codes. Like I might have one with let's take TCS, Tata Consultancy Service. We have a TCS consultancy service with different model, or Tata company itself, right? TCS, Tata Motors, and different company codes. Different company codes you might define. So company is a Tata group, and company codes are different company codes. Like Tata Groups is having TCS, and we have Tata Motors. You have e-commerce. E-commerce. What is Tata Click? There are different company codes. Okay, so that's a sub different company codes you can define, and these company codes will have a plant. So you might ask why we need to define when there is no when you talk about a subscription, why do we need a plant? Because it's all virtual, right? Everything is subscription is a virtual. So why do we need a plant? Subscription products nowhere involves the plant. The reason is you are not storing or procuring or manufacturing any data here. I mean to say products here. Correct. It's all virtual. So virtual in the sense it's all subscription. You are just subscribing the products. It's you are not going to get any physical product in the subscription model. So now, when SAP introduced the device as a service, so now when SAP introduced device as a service, when I say device as a service, let's take purifier. So purifier, water purifier is a device, right? I subscribed to like a purifier. I subscribed a laptop. I didn't purchase. I subscribed the laptop. I subscribed for 6 months. I'm going to return that laptop after 6 months. So now, when a subscription involves any physical product, that's where you need to have a plant defined. Other than that, you don't need any plant anywhere in the subscription model. Okay. So you need to define the plant in order to maintain the serial numbers, in order to maintain goods, stocks, and other stuff, right? So that's where plant involves. So when you okay, let's talk about division. So division is, again, let's say I have a what is that, Chroma Tata group, right? So everyone from India, I hope, so you know that Tata Chroma, that is there, and they have a different divisions within that. Let's say they have a washing machine, they have a TV, refrigerator, so different divisions. So you can, I'm just giving a random examples, right? So what is division? So there are different divisions within your sales territory. So I have a Hyderabad branch, I have a Kolkata branch, I have a Delhi branch. So these are all my sales territories, and I would say sales organizations. Now in that I have Hyderabad, where I have one division which handles only a two-wheeler segment, or one like Tata Motors don't have a two-wheeler. I'm just taking an example. So I have a four-wheeler segment and high-end cars and low-end cars, two different divisions. So you can make, again, you can go when you define your, again, as I said, no. So when you do the blueprinting, either like whenever you have greenfield implementation, so you can define based on the business requirement what level you are going to define your divisions. Sales organization, define a sales organization. As I was explaining, okay, so now my Hyderabad branch and I call it as a sales organization, and Delhi branch I'll call it as one sales organization. So you can, sales organization is the highest level in your SD, sales and distribution, right? So when in SD model, you will have a sales and distribution which involves like sales or distribution channel division. This is called as a sales area. So sales org, distribution channel, division. So sales org is something which is at top, where that talks about how are you going to sell, like where and all you are going to sell. Division, distribution channel, whether it's a reseller, wholesaler, and direct, company owned outlets. So how are you going to sell? That's a distribution channel. So most of the time, distribution channel might be e-com portals, or you are selling through reseller, distributors, right? So these are all distribution channels. So this is all three combination called sales or distribution channel. Division is called as a sales area. Okay. Now, so for this sales area, you will have defined in the sales and distribution. I'll show that in SPRO. I'm just explaining this whole flow so that you guys understand. And you will have a storage location, and storage location you have to maintain. You need to maintain the warehouse number and shipping point and loading point. So storage location, warehouse, shipping, and loading, which is part of your plant assignment. So this, when you create a plant, you are creating, okay, now I'm just taking in the subscription world, you are doing a device as a service. Let's take iPhone. Jio is offering an iPhone along with your subscription. Okay, you pay monthly $3,000, 3,000 rupees plan. Okay, 3,000 rupees, you will get iPhone 16 Pro. So for 1 year. So 3,000 is fixed for next 12 months. I'm just taking basic 3,000, you will not get it, but you say 10,000 rupees per month. So 10,000 you pay, you get unlimited subscription of data, unlimited calls, unlimited SMS, along with iPhone 16. So iPhone 16 is a device, right? It's a hard device. So somewhere you need to maintain serial number, somewhere you need to maintain. So you need to maintain the stock. You need to ship the product. You need where exactly it is located, storage location, which warehouse it is located. Like I have a company owned outlets. Okay, Jio is having its own company owned outlets. Now Jio is searching for a product. iPhone 16 is not there in my store, in the store location. and I have to look at which warehouse it is there. So now it is not producing, but it is maintaining somewhere, right? So in the like a storage location. Now warehouse, so it is not purchasing one or two, right? It is purchasing in the bulk. So that's warehouse maintenance. Shipping point. So where and all, like I'm shipping. Okay, now I'm in Hyderabad and I'm planning to distribute. Like I'm selling. Like I'm transferring to ship that to Bangalore warehouse or Delhi warehouse. So these warehouse management involves, again, why I'm going fast on this. The reason is this is not involves anything related to subscription, but it's all base thing which you need to know whenever we discuss about or device as a service. Now, is it a BRIM consultant who is going to configure all these things? No, this is something consultant who will take care of your shipping and loading, and all this configuration is done by consultant. And sales area, sales or distribution channel division is done by SD consultant. Okay, and enterprise structure is company code. All this done by FI consultant. So nothing is going to come to service. Okay, just to be sure. So all these things are set at enterprise structure model. That's where I'm going to show you guys now where exactly that sets, right? So go to SPRO. In the SPRO, so so under the SPRO, so you have an enterprise structure. So there is nothing independent here. So under SPRO, you will have enterprise structure. There is a definition and assignment, two parts of it. So definition, under definition, you have financial accounting, controlling, logistic, sales and distribution service. Don't worry about the service configuration, which is enabled recently. This service configuration is meant for a CRM activity, where I said no earlier. So that CRM related activities, they enable the service component under the maintenance, define the enterprise service organization. So this is for CRM purpose, nothing to do with BRIM. So logistic execution, plant maintenance, again, as I said, it involves multiple different team members get into their configuration and do their activity. So under financial accounting, you will see company code definition. So if you go inside, you will see I defined, I guess, what did I define? Demo VJ BRIM demo company, VJ C1. Okay, this is my company code. So you can define, you will see the address and all those things here. Like this is a company and company code. So you will be defining the company code. So again, VJC1 is my company. Let me note down because it's a defined new one, right? So I don't know the names. Earlier I had a different VJC1 is a company. And I defined another one is company code. Most probably VJ. Again, VJC1 is a company code. I defined with the same name. Okay. So VJC1 is a company code. So this is a company. This is a company code. Again, I'm defining one. So don't, like, when it get to the real time or a real time implementation, you will have multiple company codes. Like I defined VJC1, I might have different company codes. Like I might define one for US, one for UK, one for Germany. Okay. So depend on the way you build the whole system. Okay. And these are all things not required. This is all again finance things. Controlling, under controlling nothing we are defining. Logistic plant, a plant you might like logistic guy will be creating a plant, which is for me I defined as VJ BRIM demo plant, VJP1. Okay, is a plant. And check the plant location. You will define a location for that plant. So you can have a plant and location created for that. Where is the location? This is where your plant It's all activity. Don't worry, guys. So just I'm showing you guys. So I'm just creating a plant and location and division. So define the division. Someone is using. Okay, that's fine. So where is my BRIM demo? VD is my division. Okay. So division is what? As I said, no. So you name any product you like. Refrigerator is one division, and or let's take high-end cars. So, sedan one division. All this goes to electric cars one division, or non-electric cars all one division, right? So that's a division. And the distribution channel, which comes under sales and distribution, define the sales organization. Is define your sales organization, define distribution channel, how are you going to distribute, define the distribution channel is VJ, I guess. VD. Okay, VD. So VD is the BRIM demo distribution channel. So distribution channel is what? Wholesaler, reseller, okay, end user. So that's our other distribution channel. Our e-commerce portal, or you might be selling through some third party, right? So these are all the distribution channel you can create. So this is all combined. Now you have again you will have a storage location created here, under okay, and assignment. So let's go back to assignment. So in this assignment, you will be assigning company code to plant is assigned to company. So you need to link. Okay, this company code belongs to this company. Company code belongs to this company. Plant is belongs to this company codes. Sales are you need to define the sales area. So all this assignment and definition, whatever you define, all the company code and sales area related information you will be assigning. Okay, under this you can assign the company code to company. So you will assign here. Okay, now VJC1, I guess. Yeah, so this one is assigned to VJC1. So this company code is assigned to company. Okay, and same way assign these things not required, sales and distribution. So I'll just show sales, set up the sales area. So sales are distribution channel division. So my VJ, see VJSO VD is my sales area. So sales are distribution channel division is called your sales area. Okay, this combination. So we are setting this. Okay, whenever transaction happens, this if I'm trying to sell, customer should be available in this sales area, and product should be available in this sales area. Then only I can sell the product to the customer. Now, if I am not in the sales area, if the product is not available in this sales area, you cannot sell that product because that's not belongs to that sales. Example, if I am planning to sell some Google Cloud product in India, it is allowed. Now, if I'm trying to do the same thing in Taliban or some restricted countries, that's not allowed, right? And some areas. So all these things are controlled with the sales area. Now you cannot sell the product where it's not belongs to that product or belongs to that area. So that's where sales area is controlled, right? The sales area is controlling your product selling point of view, and you cannot sell the customer you are trying to purchase from Afghanistan, like example, where you are trying to purchase from Afghanistan, which is available in Indian product. Okay, so it won't allow. It will block. Your product itself will not come into that UI. UI can be accessed anywhere, right? So these are all the controlling points. Controls the sales area, controls the whole selling point of view. Okay. Okay. So this is all definition and assignment. I want to stop it here today because we are about to 4 minutes left. And so tomorrow we'll discuss about how exactly this sales are distributed, like all this enterprise structure is helping your FICA and service. We will connect the missing point. Now, this is very much generic, whatever is defining assignment. Now, how exactly it connects and how exactly it controls the subscription flow, how exactly it controls your financial activity. When you defining your company code in a general enterprise structure, but how exactly FICA is connected to that, and now how you are defining all things in sales and distribution, which is a centralized one, and how exactly your service controlling that service component is controlling your sales area. So that we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow and next session. Yeah. So it's open for the new guys joined today. So let's go over the questions.
Yeah, next session maybe is Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay, you have mentioned that around 40 hours, right? So, how much duration it will be complete? 40 hours?
I didn't get your question. Sorry.
What I was asking, 40 hours you have mentioned. So, how many months it will?
Yeah, no. It's this way, right? So most probably 2.5 months we try to close, because this today is 1 hour, right? So next session we will, if everything is clean, and we are going to discuss in detail, and next 1 or 2 sessions will go over 2 hours. So daily it is 2 hour session. Sometime we go for 3 hour session. So in order to cover the previous day one, and 30 hours of class, that means 30 hours is a class actual session, and remaining remaining thing will be is a practice. You guys will be practicing, and whenever you get doubt, we will connect over the call and discuss. Okay, so I would say around 2.5 months.
Okay. And another question. See, you are doing the configuration. So, in SOM and CI, CC, you are going to cover. So,
Correct.
for these configurations, you build the system, and you are walking through that system. I mean, it is needed to practice from our side, like FIS, DMM, all. So you are taking one company code, and we can also use the same company code which you created, right? So
I do. My preference is go and use whatever is created. The reason is, right. So there are like lot of backend FI configuration involved. It's not just creating see, whatever I showed you is a base enterprise structure built, but when
yeah.
you build this, it involves lot of other configuration as well. Like when I build, I have to create FI variants, right, in order to post. It involves lot of non.
Thanks.
Yeah. So you cannot just do everything. It's not one-person job for sure, right? So I would suggest use whatever I am giving you guys. Again, this is a brand. So earlier 2022 version till 1909 to 2022, we upgraded version to version with the existing configuration. This one I have taken like a plain system in order to build, because there are earlier batches messed up all the system. So I'm rebuilding this whole system now. It might we might get some errors. That's good, but we can fix it. But yeah, I'm going to give the new enterprise structure to you guys, so that company code and CSR, you can use that for a transactional purpose.
For our practice, same server will also get access to practice.
I would suggest not to touch whatever is being configured. Okay, so that once you either you create your own, but don't make example, I give the company code, do not make any changes to that company code or CSR. Okay.
No, that is fine. We don't do, even as a FI consultant, I know the FI configuration. So even though which you are already created, that we can utilize it during our practice.
Exactly. Right.
And my question is, you are using the same company, and you are showing us configurations, SOM and the CI side. So again, we can also use the same company and do the configurations.
What kind of question is what kind of configuration? Like SOM configuration or
No,
enterprise?
SOM configuration and CI which is you are going to be
Yes,
teacher.
you are going to use the same, and you can you can practice. Yes, you are going to use the same. If you are building your own company code, then you can use your company code and sales area. If not, you can use the same configuration, or you can use the same company code. So that you will understand. See, now I showed you enterprise structure, right? But when it comes to FICA configuration and SOM configuration, it is totally different. You will understand once you get into the sessions. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? Oh, Pranav joined. Yeah, hey, Pranav. You joined this?
Yeah, this is my first session.
Do you mind introducing yourself? I think I missed. Yeah.
So, hi everyone, my name is Pranav. I am from basically Maharashtra. I work in Capgemini. I am a SAP SD. I am a SAP SD certified. I work in Capgemini for 2 months, 2 years in SAP SD.
Okay. Good. Thanks, Pranav. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome. And we had a demo last week, last week, I guess. Last week. You guys can go through the demo if you want. But yeah, this is the first session for you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Let's meet next week. Once everything you guys get the server details and everything, you can get it from Naveen by that time.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all.